I will say that you should read Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow.
Yes, yeah.
Hold on, I
If you
can.
don't read it before the movie, you can read it after the movie and compare notes. Well, very cool. Well, hey, before we go and wrap it up for the season, I'm springing something on you. So I want us. I know, it's not difficult. All right, so let's say that someone says, "Man, I want some comic homework over the summer. I want some summer school, some comic summer school." What are some things that we can recommend for them to be checking out, either to watch? We've got some big movie releases coming out this summer to watch, to read, maybe some back stuff that we go, hey, pick this up while you're thinking about summer. Anything come to mind that you're like, man, if you're looking for something to read this summer and you're out of stuff, and the summer events, which summer events you just don't want to get in the middle of, what are some things you can go, hey, check these things out. These would be good things to enjoy. So first, let's start with some movies. So comic movies coming out or nerdy movies coming out. Do you have any hopes for any of them?
I'm sure Supergirl will be fine.
I think Super's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that one. Yep. I think it's gonna be fun. What about
Spider-Man will be
the
fine. It'll be
yes,
Spider-Man will be good. It'll be really
yes.
good.
What about Lanterns on HBO Max?
Is that really summer?
I think it's August, technically
Yeah.
summer.
Okay.
Technically,
Um,
I've been seeing some no bueno fans. No bueno, not excited. It's gonna be ruined.
I enjoyed The Penguin a lot, but the production value between a show like The Penguin versus a show like Lanterns is going to be leaps and bounds different. I also don't know what they're doing with Lanterns. Like, I get that they're doing like a true detective, hey, I'm trying to train you up before I pass the torch type situation. And I know I'll watch it. Um, I saw the Ryan Reynolds one in theaters 3 times. Um,
In theaters 3 times.
yeah,
In theaters 3 times. I mean,
yeah.
I may have seen it 3 times, but I wasn't going to pay a ticket price 3 times.
So I I'll watch the Lanterns one without question, but it's not one I would push for people to watch because I think that's going to need to prove itself. I feel like of everything that's coming out over the summer, it's the one that's got the most uphill climb
Yeah.
because people are like they're hitting they're I'll say this, they're striking well with the Iron Hot being coming right off Superman to have Supergirl the next year and then they
Yep.
have another Superman the next year.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
they're milking that well. Um
Yes.
So I think that'll be fun. I don't think people are also expecting Supergirl to live up to Superman, but I think it's going to have its own stuff. And plus, they're including crypto in all the marketing and the storyline, which is definitely going to help. Um,
Yes.
because I was literally sitting next to someone at a movie this week, and they're like, they didn't love Superman, but they're like, crypto. I'm like, okay, yeah. See, this is why they do these things.
That's why.
Um,
That's why. Yep.
I feel like those are things I would definitely say. It's not movies, but since you cross over to TV, My Adventures with Superman
Yeah. Season two's
three,
coming.
three.
Season three. That's right. Season three. I watched season one and two at the same time, so it feels like one season. And they're only like 8 episodes each. So,
And I
um,
would highly recommend if you've not watched that, go back and watch season 1 and 2 so you can be prepared for season three.
there we go.
Um, in
Yes.
terms of watching, I think that's all I really know about that because now that
Nice.
we've already gone through Daredevil, if you haven't watched Daredevil Born Again season 2, please do that because D'Onofrio is a
Do
masterpiece.
do it. Yes, I did watch the season finale, and you're like, you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh my gosh, it was good. Such a good
And
episode.
they made Bullseye so good.
Yes, whole thing. There's a reason why it is was the most watched or most hyped Disney Plus episode yet, or whatever.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. All right, so things that we can read. What are some things that we can read this summer? You're like, hey, if you're looking for something to read and you haven't read it yet, you're picking one book to go and be like, hey, go curl up with this and read this.
I don't know if it'd be the one I would pick, but
A one.
I will say that you should read Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow.
Yes, yeah.
Hold on, I
If you
can.
don't read it before the movie, you can read it after the movie and compare notes. That bookshelf needs to be just 4 inches closer. Wouldn't you agree?
Um, say that one more time.
Listen, because you had your headphones off, I was like, I'm just gonna keep saying stuff and then make you agree. No, I just said the bookshelf needs to be 4 inches closer. That's all. 4 inches
That's it, yeah.
closer.
Um, that's the thing. I think this is a book that
Oh, it's a good
it
one. It's a really good one.
it's a great book, and I know that the movie's not going to like adapt it fully.
Right.
Like that's not the goal. He says that it will have a vibe. Oh, that's what I would say for sure. It's
Yeah.
definitely worth reading. For me, one that I would also say Wonder Woman Dead Earth.
Okay.
Um, Daniel Warren Johnson 4 issue Super or Wonder Woman story. It would be super dope. Um, if you want to stock up on some good Lantern content before Lanterns come out, I would say hit Brightest Day or hit that not Brightest, yeah,
Darkest Night. Brightest
Blackest
Day I
Night.
have and is on my reading list this summer, but Darkest Night, Blackest Night, Blackest Night. Sorry.
Yeah. Blackest Night. I would say Blackest Night. Like right here, I've got the whole thing in like one volume.
Yep. Yep.
Um, and I would honestly say pick up the
And Absolute Green Lantern, which has been just completely fantastic, and no possible reason why you wouldn't want to read the whole series so far. No, not that one. Uh,
you did mention Injustice too, and I feel like Injustice is always a
yep.
good DC staple. Yeah, I don't know. Those are things that I feel pretty good about. We just had such a strong superhero run between The Boys, Invincible, and Daredevil all
Yeah.
going stride for stride with each other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Last thing, other content that's not necessarily comics related, but is pull list adjacent. Hector, you've got a new book that's out,
I
and
do.
several other things you're going to continue doing over the summer. How are ways that they can connect with you over the summer?
So this is the not final copy. This copy is going to get lit on fire in a promo coming
Pronounce
up
that
real
for
soon.
me.
Huh?
Pronounce that for me.
Attorney.
Attorney. That was how I would have done it in my head, but I was like, maybe it's fancy because it's got the umlaut over
It's
the
an
E.
Elvish word for company, association, alliance, brother, party, or chosen family.
Nice. Looks like
Um,
you're reading off the back cover for that one.
I am. I'm exactly reading it off the back cover because it's right there. It's the top definition on the back
Nice.
cover. Um,
Nice.
but this was literally like we were asking what we were going to call our little group that was doing D&D, and our dungeon master was like, well, there's this word I found in Elvish, and I was
Nice.
going to originally call this the initiative.
Okay.
Um, but there's a D&D themed spicy book called the initiative, and it's like roll for domination or something like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't need this coming up in my search. So, um,
Nope.
but this is my first fully fictional thing that's not like based on life or a kid's book.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's 40 chapters. It's if you enjoy any kind of fantasy adventure, just a fun storyline. It's fun, but it's also there's a neat thing to it. There are pop culture references all throughout it. Um, and I've all the pop culture references are highlighted or not highlighted,
Mm,
sorry, italicized. And so one of the things I'm telling people when they get the book, um, and like I'm telling people that if you can take the book and whether write it down on the book, write it as a sheet or whatever, if you can identify every pop culture reference, you get $100 cash and you get your own character written into the second book. So,
nice.
point of reference, I just opened this page. It's in chapter two. The chapter is called "A Giant, a Dwarf, and a Dragon Walk into a Bar," and like this is three of the party members meeting up at a tavern for the first time. Um, at the Dragonborn, who's the leader of the party, says, and it says, as they shook hands, Torrin stopped smiling long enough to comment, Grum and Cayman meeting for the first time. Take a moment and remember this, gentlemen. When our legend is told, they'll tell the story of this moment They'll tell the story of this day, and then in italics it says they'll tell the story of tonight. So that's a pop that they'll tell the story of tonight is a direct pop culture reference. So if you were to be able to say, I know where that's from, that's this. With those things, there'll be like a Ready Player One level
Nice.
competition towards the end of it. If not, it'll just be certain things that'll catch with some people and make them smile. Um,
Nice.
but I'll get all of my physical copies. Like I get this is the test copy. I made some corrections. The physical copies arrive Wednesday, and which should be, I guess, the day this is airing, so they'll have them on hand.
There we
Um,
go. Perfect timing.
yep.
When Mrs. Next Gen Nerd allows me to spend money again, I'm getting a copy. She has told me, stop, please, for all that is good and holy in the world,
Stop spending money.
So, yeah. Like I was like, hey, can I get some extra turkey for my sandwich? She's like, nope, not in the budget. Not in the budget. No can do.
I'm gonna take all 7 continents in the game of risk. The master of epic